Hey plugin, it's Matt here with the Dyson V7 Motorhead. Now, you can see this is about the size of your regular Dyson handheld vac, but this actually does a little bit more than that. With the tools you see here on my right, you'll see that you've got this little tool here for the narrow cleaning and the crevices, the little agitator tool here, and of course this, which will actually turn your little handheld into a regular upright vac. So let's take a look at everything outside of the box and then let's put it to the test. Okay, so let's take a look at what else is inside the box here. We have the base here, so you can screw that to your wall and then you can display the vac there instead of having it chill and hang out on the floor. We've got the thin cleaning tool here, the regular deep cleanse head you'd expect from a vacuum like this, like a Dyson vacuum like this. And it's on the swivel ball. And then we've got the short arm, or the agitator here. This is good for coming up against the couch and getting things like pet hair off. And of course we've got the wand here in the arm. So one thing I thought was really cool was that if you're familiar with Dyson vacuums, you know that they make these pieces all interchangeable. So while the box looks like you have to attach the deep cleanse head to it, you can actually attach any one of these things to the wand like this. As you can see, this is ready to go at any length. So, nice helpful thing about this piece here is the fact that it's rigid. So it's not like you're gonna have to wave a vacuum hose up at the tops to reach places. It's all good to go. Got a decibel meter here, and I just wanted to test how loud the Motorhead version 7 is compared to one of the older vacs here. This is a DC34 animal vac, and the reason that I brought this out is that Dyson does claim that the Motorhead version 7 is quieter than average hand vacuums and quieter than the version 6 of this particular model. Now, I don't have a version 6, but I'm sure it's going to be quieter than this one. It does sound a little bit quieter. I'm guessing this one probably comes in at about 80 to 90 decibels somewhere, and this is probably a little bit less than that. So let's try the animal vacuum first. So it's about in the 84, 85 decibel range, and let's try this one. A little bit quieter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on to max suction and see if that makes a difference. So there you get a little bit closer to 85 decibels. So it's a little bit quieter than the animal vac is here. Alright, every time I'm reviewing a vacuum, I don't really like to clean the house. You can see I've got some pet hair and some dirt and everything here, so I'm going to put this to the test on the regular settings and see how well it cleans, and then we're going to clean a little bit with the maximum settings as well. So just before I show you what's inside, this setting here, it's a little bit quiet. It's the regular setting here called a high suction. It's the extended run, which means that it's got a 30-minute battery life, which is better than a lot of these hand vacs. Some of the Dyson hand vacs, like that animal vacuum I have, only have a battery life of about 15 minutes. So let's take a look at what's inside. So it actually did a pretty decent job of cleaning that small spot. Look at all the pet hair it got. I actually wasn't expecting it to get this much pet hair outside of the max suction, so it's pretty impressive overall. If you see that we covered such a small area, it also means I probably need to vacuum the house a little bit more often. Okay, this time I'm going to set it to max suction. So the max suction mode, seems that the instructions were implying that in max suction you only get about 6 minutes of battery life, but you'll notice quite a difference in the noise and obviously in the suction, so I'm going to use it on this tough spot here. Okay, let's take a look at what's inside. Once again, you can see a fair bit was cleaned up. It's actually pretty powerful. Got a lot of cat hair up this time, which once again I wasn't really expecting out of this vacuum. I've disconnected the whole thing because I just wanted to show you this as well. So this was the deep clean head, and you can see that it's picked up quite a bit as well, and it left it in there. So we're going to have to figure out a way to clean it. So if I flip it over to this side and I look here, it's basically your standard Dyson vacuum head, so you've got to take about a dime or a quarter size piece there and just clip it over to the side, and you should be able to lift this. Alright, so there's two pieces I wanted to show you in cleaning this up. First of all, this is the filter. You just have to pull it from the top, and it's recommended that you clean this once a month for the best efficiency out of your vacuum. Now, if you're familiar with Dyson vacuums, especially some of the old ones, you'll know that the canister opens up from the bottom, so you have a hands-free experience. More of the same here, except this one, it's a little bit weird. It took me a little while to figure this out, but basically to empty this one out, you've got to pull this up, and the whole unit pulls up from here and opens the lid so that this falls down. It's a great little vacuum, and this is a look at the Dyson V7 Motorhead, now available at bestbuy.ca. One thing that I'm going to speak about in the review is whether or not a vacuum like this can actually replace the vacuum that you have at home. In a larger space with a 30-minute battery life, I don't think that's possible, but if you live in, say, a 600 square foot condo or an apartment, I think this could easily take the place of your upright canister vac. So check it out. Once again, it's the DC V7 Motorhead, now available at Best Buy. I'm Matt. Follow this channel for more tech reviews, gaming reviews, reviews on behalf of the Best Buy plugin blog. Take care.